Hello and welcome. So it's real good fun with the fuel tanks, even better today. So as I've already spoke about, and I know Abiel has done a video about it as well, fuel shortages in the UK. So how ridiculous are they at the moment? So now the government have decided to get the army on standby. What are they going to do? They're going to shoot us for taking too much petrol, or what? You know, it's simple. It's not simple. The problem is, where Brexit was such a great idea, people, proving its worth now. Really glad I voted leave. We've lost so many drivers. The actual industry itself is so unworthy and unneeded that people just don't want to do the job anymore. It's not really that hard to see why. And also, everyone else who drives are such absolute dicks that why would you want to be a HGV driver? It's like, it's not the most desirable job in my humbled opinion. So let's have a look at what you get. So as a driver, you get restricted hours that you're allowed to drive for safety, brought in by the EU. You can see the worthiness of this, but there are flaws, and we'll go into those shortly. You get the pleasure of every dick getting in your way. You've got to think that when this vehicle is turning, especially if it's an articulated vehicle, which means it's got a trailer and a truck at the front, means that when you're actually turning, you can't actually see certain parts of your vehicle, and yet you still get these idiots deciding to walk in front of you or walk behind you. It's like, come on man, is it not bloody big enough for you to realise what's going on? So you may have noticed today you can't see my lovely face. That's a shame for you, but I thought we'd do a little bit of, let's see how moronic the traffic can be today. And I'm sure at some time we will come across someone in the front camera who is being a little bit of a prick. So let's see what we got and how long it will possibly take. I'm going to give it, certainly on the motorway we're going to find someone, surely. We'll watch everyone's braking, that'll be fun. Who doesn't love a bit of braking? Let's just zoom it in a little bit more. Oh, not quite that hard. We'll go for about 2. Yep, about there. So okay, I accept you can't actually see a lot at the moment. There you go. Let's get that click in. There you go. Right, so we should surely be able to see. Certainly the other side of the road we can't see totally, but that's because it's generally set up for me to actually record myself rather than what's going on outside. But I thought it might be a good idea, and if we were to have a crash, then how exciting would it be to see the end of life moment coming in the camera if I was to hit something personally. I doubt that's going to happen, but you never know. But I thought, yeah, that could add to a little bit of excitement to this video. Just hope they hook it up to YouTube so you can see it. YouTuber dies in great video revealed. Yep, that could be the selling point. So let's start with, you know, it's rainy today, so we should have lights on. Well, so far most people, as far as I can tell, have had their lights on because it's rainy. So what I don't get though, my wife does this, when it's raining you're supposed to have your dipped headlights on, which is basically the lights you put on at night. And a lot of people just think, oh, I'll just put the side lights on because they'll see me with that. Well, why don't you just put the whole bloody light on? Put the dipped headlights on like you're supposed to, and it's much better for everyone. But you get these dicks that just drive around with their pathetic little lights on. You know, look at me. I'm trying to save my light bulbs. Yeah, because they really go that easily, don't they? Especially modern light bulbs in a modern car. So get a grip, you moron. So anyway, as you can tell, I'm always a nice, happy, smiley person first thing in the morning, because why wouldn't you be? Oh, little tale for you. So the wife decided to get up a bit late this morning. That was my fault, apparently. And then I should have also got up with her so that I can make the boys have a phone on, a alarm on their phone, which could quite easily have woken them up as well. I could have got up and made them a cup of tea. Why can't they make their own cup of tea? Why can't they get their own breakfast? You know, it isn't my fault and my problem that they can't get out of bed on their own. You know, you've made them this way by mollycoddling them. You know, let them grow up a little bit themselves. That's my opinion. There you go. I said that now on video because I was too scared to say it to her. But there you go. Not really. Anyway, so what is this traffic going to be like on the motorway today? We will soon be finding out as we go past the McDonald's. Hello, Ronald, and all that. Hopefully we'll get a green light soon and we'll be able to actually get some moving. But you know, I have noticed traffic has started to get a little bit busier. But anyway, back to the fuel problem, or the so-called fuel problem. Well, there isn't one really. It's just a lack of drivers, and only at a few BP garages was there a lack, and then it was all over the media. Oh, there's a fuel shortage. Oh, there's a problem with fuel. So every Tom, Dick and Harry decided, oh, you know what, I better go out and buy some petrol then. No, just get it when you need it. Do what you normally do. This problem wouldn't have happened. This is down to, and people are saying, oh, blame the BBC. You can to a degree. It was slightly their fault, because they did actually, or not necessarily BBC, but the media did sort of say, oh, there's a few petrol stations which don't have fuel. Well, okay, keep it to yourself, and then we won't have all these problems. You know, it's ridiculous. Oh, I bet there are people out there who are thinking, oh, we'll follow the tanker, because that's a good idea. And oh, this is bad now, is it? We're going to start having traffic jams here. It's been so nice for about a year and a half, just driving down here and very, very little traffic, and now it's not a lot of traffic. It's not going to take long, but there's definitely more traffic than there was, say, 2 weeks ago. So I know winter is coming, and I imagine it's going to get a little bit heavier. It's already taken me best part of 8 minutes since I left home to get just to the motorway. This can be done in 4 minutes with the right traffic and lights going in the right direction. I know I've had a few red lights, but it doesn't take long, but it's just a little bit longer than it has been. And also with this rain today, it means that I am going to get wet when I actually get to work. Normally I have my own parking space in the car park, but they are putting it in places for electric cars, because why wouldn't you? Which is a good idea, don't get me wrong. Electric cars probably are the future, but they just need to be able to be charged quicker, a bit like petrol really. But I don't think that will ever happen. But if you can fully charge your electric car in under an hour, then I think that would be amazing, because it's also good for the services, because as in not services as in the police and the fire engines and people like that, but I mean services as in service stations on motorways, because it means that they will get more custom. If you got to go in, plug in, you're more likely to go and have a coffee or something like that. The worry is with your older vehicles, they may not eventually be able to get petrol, but we will see. Oh, so we got a potential spot now. We've got a roundabout. See what the tits are doing today. So the important thing here is to keep an eye on that car in front of you. Don't look for the gap until the car in front of you has actually gone. And then there's a nice gap there, we'll have that one. Accelerate nicely and accelerate to a high speed, higher speed than you normally would in your car. So I'm in third gear still, I'm at 40 miles an hour. The truck in front of me is braking, because why wouldn't they? So I won't get right up to speed, but I'm going to get up to 50 miles an hour, which is the speed of the motorway at the moment because of it becoming a so-called smart motorway, which is anything but smart in my... Oh, why is this traffic so slow? And all the traffic's moving apart from this lane. And I don't really like going into a lane at very low speed because it's a bloody motorway. There's a lot of traffic tending to go to Winchester. The other thing is, at the moment then, because of our fuel crisis, which is allegedly, taking drivers fast. Driving drivers fast, driving the correct gear. So we're going to get into 5th gear now, which is too low because I'm only going 30, so I'm going to pop down to 4th gear, get myself a bit of speed up. It's a little bit longer because I'm in 4th now. Really, I'm messing with gears up. So, warning for your hair. So, I don't think you can see it on the gantry. It has 50 with a circle round, so that is a speed limit, okay? Which means you must only go at 50 with those gantries. My personal humble opinion is don't go any faster because you will be getting a fine. Shortly coming up, I have a national speed limit. So national speed limit on a motorway in a car is 70 miles an hour. So as of now, I can accelerate to 70 miles an hour because I know the road markings, I know the road signs, I know the road laws. And this is the thing which a lot of people don't. They don't know their highway code. Let's see if I can sort that out a little bit. I am missing a couple of the little things which will keep it in place better. But there you go. Right, so we're in 5th gear. I'm going to go at 60 miles an hour because I think that is fast enough to get me to work in good time. It's only 8:15. I need to be there for 9. I'll be there way before 9 like I normally am. But it does mean I can have a coffee, I can have a fart if I want, go for a wee, do what I want before I have to get on with the serious work. And being a Tuesday, can't see it being super busy because it's a Tuesday, weather's not so good, and generally it's not the best day. Right, so we do potentially, but I'm going a little bit faster than them, so I won't need to move gear. So we do have a lorry in front of me. Lorries are allowed to go 60 miles an hour on a motorway. Oh, why is it braking? Oh yeah, there's more traffic. Why'd you brake? Stop braking, people. Get a grip. Always love to shout at the traffic in the morning because it just makes me feel better. Who doesn't love shouting at traffic? Right, so I'm going to move over. So there is a car coming up behind me, but I am going in speed. I can come in if he wants to go out around me, he can now. I do have a few lorries in front of me, so that lorry, which is, why are you braking? It's braking again and it's pulling in front of me, but it's far enough away that I don't need to worry about that. I'm just going to ease off the gas again a little bit, just so I'm just going 60. That car is now started to come out anyway, so I'm not going to be slowing anyone down. Big gap between me and the people behind. Keep checking into my mirrors because I want to see as and when I need to, if it is safe to overtake. So I do have another junction coming up, so potential here is there could be cars coming out of the junction. I am constantly checking my mirrors, travelling at around 60 miles an hour, so there is nothing coming out of the junction, so I don't need to worry about moving over because of that. But I do have a lorry in front of me, so I am, once this car's gone past me, I'm going to signal, I'm going to check my position, and I'm going to move out. And the car, which was behind me, not going a lot slower then, has time to indicate and move out because I also checked his lane, because why wouldn't you? So ahead I have now a white car, which I don't want to get any closer to, In fact, personally, I don't want to be this close to him, but he's getting slightly further in front. I'm going to stay in this lane though because of these lorries on my left hand side. There's a couple there, so it's going to stay here at this speed. I'm going fast enough to overtake those lorries shortly, so they don't be going in, and I'm not stopping anyone behind me. They've got a big gap to move out into, like that one just did. As I go past a silver hedgehog, which is a silver Audi. So why is a silver Audi driver a silver hedgehog and a normal hedgehog brown, and what is the difference? Well, with a normal little brown hedgehog, the pricks are generally on the outside. Bada bum bumps. Thank you very much. I'm here all week. Try the bill. So if you are in or around the Winchester area today, why not pop into the Picture and Piano? Little promotion here. Didn't mention that, did I? Little promo here for you, but why not pop into the Picture and Piano in Winchester next to the Guildhall and come and try some of our food. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, it's not my personal menu. I would say possibly 4 or 5 of the dishes would be something like what I would have on the menu, but majority of it I wouldn't have. This is the thing for me, okay, when it comes to food. Okay, I know we are changing the subject because it's about driving, but I'm going to talk about food because, you know, we've got another 10 minutes to fill here, people. We need to talk about something other than just the road where nothing's really happening. It's been quite a boring drive today. Mind you, I've got someone right up behind me. Why have you pulled in there, you moron? You know, there's plenty of other places you could have gone and you've come right in behind me. Anyway, so what is it with people and sharing platters and sharing food? You know, I know Joey from Off a Friend, but I don't share food. I don't want. If I go out and I want a starter, for example, I'll order the starter that I fancy. What I'm not thinking is, oh, if I get that and that, we can share. Oh, sod off. I'm not here to share my food. I don't care who you are, whether you're the wife or my children. I don't share my food. You know, if you want it, then you buy it. And if you don't want it, then don't buy it. But if I buy it, it's for me. Don't think you're having my food, because I don't share my food. Yeah, if we were to go to a takeaway though, and say, well, we'll get this and get this and we'll share it, that is different. That is us thinking financially. But when we go to a restaurant, we don't think, oh, if we get that and that, we can share. No. If you want that, you get that. If you think I'm sharing with you, I ain't. There you go. Rant over. So, anyway, so we're going to come up now to a junction 11. It's a lot quieter today than it was yesterday, so I'm going to pull over behind this lorry and I'm going to go back down to 60 miles an hour. So the driving's a lot lighter here today than it was yesterday, which probably means that we're going to get through now to Winchester junction 10 quite easily. You do find out it's generally quite a bit of traffic coming out from junction 11 on towards junction 10, but we will see. To come off at junction 11 was extremely light today. I don't understand really why, but there you go. The whole traffic on the motorway has been a lot lighter today than it was yesterday, which is always a big thumbs up from me. I will do a thumbs up. Obviously the camera is in the wrong direction for you to see the thumbs up today. So as we now go up, so we've now got a junction for traffic to come on. Let's adjust that again so that we can potentially see what's going on. I don't want to adjust it too much and it fall out. But so I've got a bloody big lorry in front of me. I've got a Mini coming up relatively fast behind, and it's pretty light traffic to be fair on both of the right hand lane. So this van now decides he needs to come in. There you go, he's not thinking ahead. So we've got a bit of traffic coming on, so I'm going to be a little bit faster than this one, so I'm just going to keep the speed and they can come in after me. There's a bloody wave gap, and we're just going to keep this speed and we're not going to get too close to the van in front, and the car behind can do whatever it bloody wants. I'm just going to ease off tiny bit, not use my brakes. Mistake most people make, they think, oh, I better put my foot on the brake. And there you go, look, here's one, look, why couldn't you got a gap earlier? Hey, why have you got to come in my gap? Ruining my space, keeping my safety, you know, because you need to come off. Not signalling yet to come off, I know they're going to. Way too late. Here we go, look, here we go, and just staying on. So you come into that gap for no apparent reason, you're not coming off, you're just going across. Unbelievable, Jeff. I can't believe that is about as bad as the driving so far has been today. So again, they're braking pretty early if you ask me. Just gently brake. It's try to use the brakes as little as possible, even though we're going downhill. And we need to brake, of course we do. But if we can keep it to a minimum. And now we're going 30, so I'm going to go down to third gear here because I might need to slow down again. Oh, there we go. Van's in the wrong lane. He's coming back over. Really need to signal on this roundabout too much. So we have got coming up now. We're close to the SO. We're at Bar End, I think it's called. A little bit of bendy here. I remember coming down here in the snow and my brakes decided, yeah, we ain't stopping you. We just went down a little road here. But yeah, so there's plenty of space in that garage. Mind you, it's probably the last garage you want to go to. It's one of the most expensive around here. But they've loved having petrol back there. Imagine they've been lapping it. Mind you, they actually get a lot of money for petrol. Really, once you take the taxes off, there isn't a lot of money in it. It's extremely expensive. You know, the government must make an absolute fortune from it. It's why they want to get the army in, to be fair, is because all the time people can't buy petrol, they're losing money on taxes. And let's be fair, with COVID and all that, they've given out way too much money than the bloody Tories would like to. Although furlough certainly helped me, so I can't fault them on that. You know, there's many things I can fault them on, many things that I will fault them on, but furlough, well, it certainly helped me and my family and many other families. I don't necessarily, you know, there are other political things we could go into, but literally I've got 3 minutes, so I'm not going to go into party politics now. And a lot of it, the thing is, where most of my audience apparently is from India, who knows why. Hello India, hope you're all well. I don't really want to get into the good points and the bad points of the Tories, and the good points and the bad points of Labour, Liberals, Greens, whoever else, because, as I say, 3 minutes, I don't have time. You know, every party will have its good points and every party will have its bad points. So let's stop it and let this lorry come round because he needs a bit of space. And there you go. That's how much space that lorry needed. So better to wait and let him come round because the lights went red anyway, so didn't actually gain anything. Good bit of driving there. Give myself a pat on the back. Well done, you. Oh, and why are we not going then? So, what are you doing, man? There's nothing in front of you. Why don't you signal and let people know what you're doing? I know what you're doing. I know what you're going to do. But I think I know what you're going to do. Oh, it wasn't him, it was the car in front. There you go. Yeah, just drive onto the red lights. You know, it doesn't matter about the people coming out. You know, screw that. Mind you, to be fair, probably helped him there. Didn't actually go onto the crossing. Went a bit before the crossing. Nice place to have to get to every day. Eh? Right, there we go. That car's been blocked, so we'll go up there. So again, got to park in the car park today, because like I say, they are fixing electric points. So that'll be exciting. And as we come up here, we got the 29-hour speed limit. We've got the crossing, there's no one there, so we're just going to carry on like you do. We now have the turning, just check our mirrors, signal, and we are going to turn ourselves in. And we're going to go all the way to the car park now. Who knew? And we're going to go to the Colebrook car park because that's where we have to park. And we are going to go in here. We've got ourselves a little spot there. We're just going to make it as easy as we can. And attempt to drive in because we're amazing like that. There you go. Far too far to walk, isn't it? Anyway, there you go. Hope you all enjoyed my journey to work.